resting on your shoulder, her head in front of you and her feet hanging behind you, the tails of the wrap hanging forward over your shoulder. With an older child, you may need more of the rail in your hands and a firmer grip on his thigh. Support your child while you gather the tail between your child and your head, carefully taking it out from between you and out from under your child's body, over your head, and onto your other shoulder. Center your baby on your back, still supporting her, and without letting go, follow the directions for the carrying technique you are working on. Center the wrap at your child's back and hold her on your hip. Moving her and the wrap together, scoot her farther back on your hip into your armpit and reach around her, continuing to move her to where she is centered with her heart between your shoulder blades. Continue to support her as you spread the wrap and prepare to follow the directions for the carrying technique you are working on. Center your wrap on a chair or couch with a good back to sit your baby up in. Place your baby at the center of the wrap so that the carrier spreads from her knees to her shoulders. Sit in front of your child with your back facing her and scoot against her with her legs spread around you. Pull the tails of the wrap forward so that it carries your baby's weight onto your back. Use one hand to hold the wrap taut in front of you and the other to support your baby as you stand up and begin spreading the wrap and prepare to follow the directions for the carrying technique you are working on. Support your child with one hand as you unwrap your carrier until only one layer of fabric remains on your child and the tails of the wrap are coming forward under your arms. With one hand, continuing to support your baby, grasp both tails of the wrap and pull forward until you can feel the wrap supporting your baby again. Keeping the wrap in one hand and the baby in the other, shift so that the baby scoots forward under your arm and onto your hip. Hold your armpits down tightly to hold the wrap in place as you undo the knot. Continue to hold the wrap and/or support your baby as you unwrap. Once you have the tails uncrossed as shown, grasp both tails firmly in one hand. Keep your armpits tight until you are certain baby is steady, and hold baby in your other hand. Slowly slide your hands forward in the wrap and then lower baby down in the pouch you have made for him with your cloth, holding the wrap securely as you reach behind you and pull your baby forward under your arm. Once you have your baby surely in your hands, you may release the tension on your wrap. The rebozo back carry begins with the wrap folded in half, as in the rebozo carry earlier in this video. Center the folded wrap behind your baby, spreading the width between her knees and her armpits. Now slide her onto your back using the hip scoot method, keeping the wrap well spread. Lean forward while you tie this carry, keeping your back straight. Hold the top edge of the wrap at the shoulder side and pull it up over your shoulder, ensuring it spreads high on your baby's back, at her armpit or over her shoulder. Now bring the other tail of the wrap under your arm, gathering up all the slack from the tails and body of your wrap so it will hug your baby. And hold the tails in one hand firmly while you open your baby's legs. They are straddling you, and your baby is seated in the wrap with her legs higher than her bum. When she is well seated, tie the tails of your wrap in a secure square knot. The knot should be in corsage position, and you should try to tug the knot open to ensure your work is secure. Double check the wrap in a mirror or reflective window, and that's it. You and your baby are ready to share the world. The koala carry keeps your baby held high on your back so he can look at the world over your shoulder. First, put him on the back using the method you choose. Here you see the shoulder lift method shown earlier in this video. If your baby gets frisky with your hair, play with his hands and make it part of the fun of carrying. Take both tails of the wrap over your shoulders and spread the wrap from your baby's armpits to his knees, ensuring that he is well seated in a deep hammock-like pocket with his knees supported at or above hip level. Do not let go of your child until you are quite sure the wrap is supporting his weight securely and he is well seated. Smaller babies may also like to keep their legs tucked inside the wrap, with the wrap pulled up between you to form a shallow bag at the bottom. Tighten the top rail securely to support your child's back and shoulders, and gather any slack from the wrap. It should conform snugly to your child's body along the whole width of the wrap. When all the slack is out, bring the tails under your arms so they hug you securely but not tightly. You may also choose to cross them in front of you before taking them back. Reach behind you and cross the wrap over your child's stretched out legs or below your child's tucked in legs, then bring it to the front again. To finish with a chest loop, thread the wrap from each hip above the breasts and up through the loop on the opposite shoulder. Pull the tail all the way through and snug firmly but not tightly, pulling the shoulder straps together. Tie securely in a square knot and tuck any long ends out of the way. To tie at the waist, bring the wrap forward and either knot it low on your belly or wrap it around you again before knotting it to take up the long tails. Tie it in a square knot. Double check your work in the mirror or with a partner and you're ready to go. This piggyback carry uses an extra tie at your chest to hold your baby in place while you learn to cross and spread the carrier behind your baby, like training wheels for extra support. Put your baby on your back using the method you prefer. Spread the wrap from your baby's shoulders to her knees, supporting her weight as you bring the tails of the wrap forward under your arms. Open her legs wide so they are straddling your back. Grasp both tails firmly in one hand, pulling forward to support her weight and leaning forward. And when you feel the wrap supporting her body, let go of her and hold one tail in each hand. Tie the wrap once above your breastbone, pulling it securely but not tightly. Now take one rail over your shoulder, passing it across your back to your other hand, keeping the wrap well spread. Pull the top rail over your baby's back, then gather it to tuck under her leg so that it crosses from your shoulder to your hip as shown. Hold this tail firmly between your knees while you cross the second tail, again taking care to spread the fabric well. First, over your shoulder, then across your back to the opposite hip, and between your baby's legs. Bring the tails forward as shown, gathering up any slack in the carrier and tightening the rails and the body. Be sure the carrier is where you want it on your shoulders before you tighten up the wrap. Give a small bounce and wiggle as you pull up and away from you to take up any additional slack and raise your baby to the level you want her, and then tie in a square knot. Tuck up any long ends, double check your work in a mirror or with a helper, and you're ready to go. The piggyback carry distributes your child's weight the best of all back carries and is the carry of choice with older children. Put your child in the back using the method you prefer. Here we are using the chair method. Bring the wrap forward under your arms, keeping the fabric well spread from your child's shoulders to her knees, gathering up all slack. Hold one tail between your legs firmly as you work with the other. Take it from your hip to the opposite shoulder, putting your arm through like a sleeve and passing the top rail to your opposite hand, keeping it well spread. Take the fabric under your baby's leg and adjust the shoulder as you like it. Bring the tail forward and put this tail firmly between your knees while you work with the second tail, bringing it from your hip, across your chest, and over your shoulder, tucking your arm in like a sleeve, and passing the top rail across your back, keeping it well spread again as you pass it between your baby's legs and snugging the fabric so it hugs your baby while you work. Her legs should be spread wide with her knees higher than her bottom. Pull the tails of the wrap up and away from you, giving a small bounce or wiggle as you tighten the rails and body again. Then tie the wrap in a square knot. Adjust the shoulders and double check your work in a reflective surface or with a partner, and you're ready to explore the world. The strapless carry holds your baby comfortably on your back without putting weight on your shoulders. It's especially nice for reaching tasks like weeding a garden or parents with shoulder pain. Put your child on your back using the method you prefer. Here we are using the hip scoot method. Bring the wrap forward under your arms, keeping the fabric well spread from your child's shoulders to his knees, gathering up all the slack and keeping his legs spread wide with his knees higher than his bottom. Do not let go of your child until you are certain the wrap is supporting his weight where you hold it. Hold one tail between your legs firmly as you work with the other. Pass the top edge of the tail across your torso, keeping it spread, then under the opposite arm, behind you and across your baby, spreading it high on his body and gathering the bottom rail up to support your baby's bottom. Take out all slack as you work so the wrap securely hugs both your torso and your baby. Now you'll tuck this tail between your knees firmly as you work with the unwrapped tail of the wrap. Take the wrap from under your arm and across your torso, spreading it well on your body. Pass it under your other arm and take it across your baby's back, keeping it spread high on his shoulders and gathering the bottom rail to support his bottom. Ensure the wrap is supporting his bottom and legs in the straddled position with his knees higher than his bottom. Take up all additional slack, snugging both the rails and the body of the wrap, wiggling and bouncing a bit to get your baby's weight off the wrap so it can best hug both your bodies. Take the tails around you, tie them in a square knot. Double check your work using a reflective surface or a partner, and you are ready to go. Tie on your wrap in a pocket carry. Tie it so it will emulate where your arms would be if you were cradling two babies. Now take your first baby and settle him in a heart-to-heart hold in the inner cross of the wrap, keeping his body a bit to the side of your heart. Spread the fabric well to support him, pull the second cross over his bottom, and pick up your second baby. Settle the second baby into the outer cross of the wrap, using your arms to support both babies while you work, and taking care not to bump your babies together abruptly. Don't be afraid to tug at the wrap, rearranging your babies into a comfortable seated position before pulling the pocket over both babies for extra support for the three of you. Reach inside the pocket to settle their bottoms where you want them. Be sure the wrap is spread on your shoulders and you're ready to take on the world. Tie one child on in a piggyback hold, but don't snug the wrap all the way up. Leave enough slack in the wrap that you can fit your second child into the cross at the front of your wrap. Now put your second child in as with the basic X hold, taking extra special care to spread the wrap well over her legs and body so she doesn't experience pressure points from the weight of the baby on your back. Ensure both babies are well seated and properly supported, knees above their bottoms. It's especially important when carrying two babies that their weight is supported comfortably on the balls of your shoulders. Double check your work using a reflective surface or a partner, and you and your children are all snuggled up and ready to go. Settle your smaller baby into a pocket carry, then take a second wrap and scoop up your older child using a chair method or shoulder lift. The koala pocket pair should only be used with a toddler who can cooperate while you tie the wrap. Lean forward and support your baby's head while you take the wrap over your shoulders, tying your older child in a koala carry, taking extra care to seat him well. Fold the wrap under to make a deep pocket, working slowly and very carefully, opening his legs into a good straddle before taking the wrap behind you and crossing it. Tie the tails in a square knot at the waist below the child in a pocket. Use a reflective surface or partner to double check your work, and prepare to be amazed at all you can do while meeting two children's carrying needs. You can breastfeed in a wrap in most positions you use to breastfeed in arms. The trick is knowing how and then careful adjusting of the tension of your wrap so your baby is not held too tightly but not pulling at your breast either. Be especially aware of your baby's breathing while breastfeeding in a wrap. One great way to nurse in a wrap is heart to heart. In any heart to heart hold, lower the wrap so baby's head is at nipple level. Tie the wrap securely and latch baby on. Another option is a football hold, as with this baby reclining in a hip pouch. Settle your baby's bottom under your armpit and adjust the wrap to support his head